Shit, here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
We breaking news again. Hog HQ Live, tell a Razorback friend. Hot Adam DP, the squad you can trust. On every platform, we never adjust. From the hills to the streams, we the Hog Dream Team. Dropping Razorback gems, y'all know what I mean. Heart with the insight, sharp as a tusk. Adams takes heavy, break the mic in the dust. DP in the cut, stat sharp as a blade. Talking hoops, talking football, every play gets made. Razorback Nation, call it Hog Vibration. On Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch sensation. Instagram scrolling, X marks the spot. When the pigs hit the field, we reporting the plot. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the palace to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the palace to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. DP crunching numbers that I'm setting the tone.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Go Hogs indeed. 2, now there's 3. Playing shuffleboard. There we go. There we go. Look, welcome back to another episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hogs Talk Podcast. Per usual, see the hashtag in the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to tell a friend that we are back again, doing what we do best, loving what we do, talking Razorback sports. You see it right there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Transplant Texan, I see you in the building early. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Daddy DP, Petty Adam, ... and Hart. Hart is here. Hart is here. Ryan always checking in, man. Ryan, thank you for checking in with us this evening, man. Taking time out of you guys Sunday to hear what we have to say. We appreciate you guys for supporting us every single week. As we know, last week we took the week off for Easter, and hell has not frozen over. Adam did have peeps. Hey, anything can happen. What Kevin Garnett say? Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Debbie, let me get you real quick. What's wrong with the Hogs basketball transfer portal? There is no movement. We will definitely get into this, so please stay locked in. Derek says, howdy, sir. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We got a lot to discuss tonight. We definitely gonna tap into baseball, get it going. Oh, look who we got in the comments. It's comment section Porter. That's different from run the show Hog Talk. I love this version of Porter. He is I love it when he gets to be himself. But we're gonna definitely get into it. We gotta talk about some baseball with Hearts Baseball Corner. We'll definitely get into the Nike Hoop Summit. Of course, some of the prospects in basketball were part of that process, and we get a chance to talk about recruiting in basketball. And then, of course, we'll get into some football spring practice, some of the highlights that we've seen online, and some of the conversation that's been going on about who's been making noise and who could potentially be some up-and-comers on this particular team with this brand new roster. With that being said, we're about to dive straight into it, but we got to get into this baseball. Hart, do you think?
All right. Well, if you've been paying any attention, we've had a much better week than we've had than last
DP's
few.
got something else first.
Gotcha.
I do. So, guys, if you're watching, we have a new feature on the show, right?
Right.
And on this particular feature, we have polls. We'll polls per the topic. So we're gonna get into baseball. Hart's about to go ahead and knock it out. But the question is, will the sweep of Alabama turn around the Diamond Hog season? And of course, yeah, get out to the polls and vote. So it's either yes or no. It's either yes or no. We can definitely comments, and I will definitely get you guys comments on the side. Hart, please take it away, sir.
All right. So we had a good week. We went 4-0. That's something we hadn't done in a while. First game we had against UALR in Fayetteville. We shut them out 7-0. Let's go over the batting stats. Stewart hit his 6th home run, Zach Stewart. That was his 50th of his career. As far as batting overall, we had 28 at bats, 4 hits, nobody with more than one hit, 7 walks, 7 strikeouts, 7 left on base. So left a little to be desired, but you still handled them 7-0. Pitching wise, we threw 6 different pitchers, had 34 batters faced, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. That's good. 9 left on base for them. We hit one batter. That was McIlvain that threw that one that hit him. The winner of the game against UALR was Still Eves, made him 4-1 on the year. Gabe Gackle made his first appearance out of the bullpen because he was formerly the Friday night starter. He threw 1 inning, gave up 1 hit against 4 batters. And then we can move on into the weekend matchup at number 8, Alabama. Coming into Friday, we had lost 6 of 7 SEC games, and Alabama had won 18 straight home games. So something, you hope would give on that one. And it did. We won 7-5. And let's go over our batting as usual. Our home runs, Cam Kozel hit his 9th home run. TJ Pompey hit his 7th home run. Our batting at bats, we had 36 at bats, 9 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts with 6 left on base. Pitching wise, we came into the game or the series, you could say, with the pitching staff throwing or giving up almost 6. It was 5.89 runs a game in the SEC. So, like I've been saying, some people are mad about the hitting, and understandably so, but the pitching, when you're scoring 6 runs a game, you shouldn't be giving up 6 runs a game as well, especially with our history. We had 4 pitchers throw the ball. Dietz, Gackle, McIlvain, and Coyle threw. They combined for 35 batters faced, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, 10 left on base. We had 2 wild pitches. That was Dietz and Gackle who threw those, and 2 hit batters, McIlvain. So all of McIlvain's hit batters were this week, all 3. In the 8th inning, we scored 6 runs. Pompey hitting the home run was the final nail in the coffin and the difference maker, to be honest. Hunter Dietz, with his first Friday night start, he threw 6 innings, had 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 base on balls, and 9 strikeouts. Gackle came in relief again. He got the win and improved to 4-3 on the season. And Parker Coyle had to come in to relieve McIlvain, who was a little wild. And Coyle got his second save of the season, which made him the team leader on that. Coming into Saturday, we won 15-6 in a blowout. And ironically, we only had one home run. The home run was Pompey, his eighth, so he went back-to-back games with home runs. Let's go down our batting lineup. We had 38 at bats, 14 hits, 14 RBIs on 15 runs scored, 4 base on balls, 6 strikeouts for our batters, and 5 left on base. So that was a much improved outcome for our batting. And that's probably the best we've had since the first game against South Carolina, and probably our second best game of all season. Pitching wise, we threw 3. Cole Gibbler got his first start, his debut basically. And then you had Still Eves and Colin Fisher come in as his first relief appearance this year. They faced 34 batters, gave up 9 hits. 5 of the 6 runs were earned, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, and left 9 on base. 1 pass ball in that game with Helfrich. We scored 5 runs in the 8th and 9th inning, so 10 runs total in the last 2 innings to really blow that game open. Your boy Damian Ruiz made his return.
Finally.
That was really unexpected, to be honest, because everybody thought he was going to be out for pretty much the most of the month. And Van Horn said post game he saw him running about 80%, and he was like, "What's going on over here?" And he's like, "Well, he's feeling a lot better." He was sore after his first workout, and then the next day he woke up on Saturday and said he felt great. Coach said, "You're in." So, and he has been a spark. The winning pitcher was Colin Fisher in relief. He improved to 3-4 on the year. Pompey he went 3-4 and hit his home run. Like I said, his 8th on the year. Had four RBIs and 3 runs. Nolan Souza had 2 hits, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs as well. Cole Gibbler's, like I said, it was his debut. He threw 4 in the 3rd. He had 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So, left a little meat on the bone there, but I'm sure he was a little nervous in his debut as a starter. And then we move into today with somewhat of a nail biter. We won 3-2. Batting wise, we had 32 at bats, 6 hits, 3 base on balls, 8 strikeouts, 7 left on base. And then pitching wise, we threw four guys today. Tate McGuire got his debut as a starter. Parker Coyle came back in as relief. Gabe Gackle again made his 4th appearance this week as in relief. And McIlvain made his, I want to say, 3rd appearance this week. They faced 36 batters, gave up 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts, 12 left on base.
12. Wait. 12 left on base?
Yes, including bases loaded with Gackle, and he found a way to get all 3 outs without any more damage and kept the game within range. At that time, I believe it was tied at 2, and that was in the 7th inning, I want to say. And then let's see, Kozel had the game-winning RBI, which made his 40th RBI, and it's the team leader in that. He had an instrumental part in every game in our big 8th innings, because we scored 6 in the first game against Alabama, 5 in the Saturday, if you want to add 5 more in the 9th inning, and then the deciding run today. Tate McGuire's debut, he had 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. So not bad for a debut.
Mhm.
The winning pitcher was Gabe Gackle. He improved to 5-3 on the season. And Ethan McIlvain got the save, giving him number 2 and tying Parker Coyle for the team lead. He threw 2 innings, had no hits and 3 strikeouts. He struck out the side in the 8th inning. In the 9th inning, he got 2 immediate ground outs and a fly ball to left field, I believe it was.
Gotcha.
So that pretty much wraps up this week's baseball. This was our first series win in Alabama since 2019, so that's notable.
Yeah.
Our SEC record improved to 8-7, and our overall record to 24-13. Now we got this week's schedule. We got Tuesday versus UAPB at Dickey Stevens in North Little Rock at 6 p.m. And then we got this weekend's matchup. Well, Thursday through Saturday, it's at home versus currently number 4 Georgia. They did lose 2 out of 3 to Florida this weekend, so I'm sure they'll drop a little bit. Thursday's game is at 7 on ESPNU. So that is what you need to take note on that. And we also got 2 tickets to give away for the game in North Little Rock. We've been doing a contest on the Hog HQ page. If you're not a member of the Facebook or Hog HQ group, and if you're not a member of the Hog HQ Facebook page or group, you're missing out. And if y'all are ready, I'm ready to announce the 2 people that tied for the tickets, and we got to do a coin toss to give it away.
See, this is the point where I was waiting for Adam to come. He's about to do it. Is there no drum roll? Is there no drum roll? Is there no? I mean, we got a nice little giveaway.
Nope, wrong one.
No. Hey man, it's gonna be one of them.
There's your intro video or sound.
All right, so you do have a tie. You do have a tie for this at Dickey Stevens. You had 2 people who apparently you asked them to guess 1 through 100.
Yes.
How do they guess the same number at 77?
I don't know.
Maybe they wore number 77 in junior high school or something.
Possibly. And the number was 78. So
okay.
So they tied. They were close. The 2 people were Johnny Rogers Jr. and Hunter Mason.
No relation to Aaron Rodgers.
And neither confirm nor deny that. So don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so the best way to do it is a coin toss, and I'm going to use my phone as the coin toss. And I
You're going to flip your phone?
Well, I'm going to ask it to flip.
Oh, okay.
And for easiest way, let's do Hunter as heads and Johnny as tails, and we'll do the best 2 out of 3. So let's start with that.
I keep tabs.
Heads or tails?
It's tails.
All right. That's 1 for Johnny. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Johnny, congratulations. I will be DMing you asking you for your email, and we will be sending you your 2 tickets that are first row behind the home dugout at Dickey Stevens Park.
Nice.
Gates open around 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Game starts at 7.
Joseph, you wasn't in the running, sir.
Yeah, you what number? you know what number it should have been?
What's that?
6, 7.
Somehow I knew that. Somehow I knew that was coming.
And we have a tie on the poll.
Yeah, what's going on? Somebody else needs to vote, so it's not a tie.
Somebody go break the tie,
There
yes
you
or
go.
no, so we can take it off the screen.
Let's put 1 or 2 on there. 1 or 2 if you haven't already said anything. As we continue to go on, Hart, you got everybody covered as far as the giveaway on the tickets, correct?
Yes.
I do want to get to this comment. Ryan, I ain't forget about you. I seen you. Did y'all see to my Ryder get on Gackle because he kept shaking off the allowed hits? Did you take notice?
Yeah, I did notice that.
You think that's a
And
chemistry thing, or you think it's just something that he saw? He was like, "Nah, I don't like that."
I think Gackle, he seemed a little, something was off today. He was
Hmm,
flexing his arm a little bit, and he was missing on some of his pitches, and I think he wasn't comfortable. And Ryder calls the pitches. That's the one thing that Arkansas it has compared to other schools is we teach the catchers to how to call a game, and they call almost the entire game unless coach wants something specifically done.
right.
So, I mean, we got great catchers sitting behind them, and the next people, but Ryder Helfrich is going to play almost every game and call every pitch.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Dude, Joseph is wild. I do want to go back to this. Miss Teresa. Miss Teresa asks, "Hey DP, how was Easter this year with your cutie pie?" Look, my son enjoyed himself. We hung out with family. He did the little basket, and he got bubbles, and he got all kind of nice little fun stuff. Once again, I love the fact that people love giving your child snacks.
Because you get snacks that way.
That's it. That's it. Look, I'm here for the snacks. He has a shirt that says, "I'm here for the snacks." I need to get one like it because I'm here for the snacks. You're gonna give my child. So yeah, he definitely enjoyed himself, Mr. Reese. Derek says, "How about the latest with the nice series win?"
Yeah,
Big Sue.
they beat. They were at Mississippi State, lost the first game 1-0, then won the last two games 8-0 and 10-3 to take down number 13/15 Mississippi State. Now the big series comes up this weekend. They go to Oklahoma Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oklahoma been balling and been in the College World Series for the past couple of years. They keep some ballers on the squad over there. Jared with a question. Jared, did anyone see the Ole Miss and LSU fan fight?
Yes.
I did not.
It's on SEC Unfiltered's Facebook page. It's pretty epic.
Gotcha. Look, high tech concepts. So we got
bowls, we got Siri coin flips.
all type of shit. I do want to ask you this though. I'd rather watch ASU baseball. Damn, Joseph, you don't.
They lost.
They did. Put it back up. Hold on. Let me see it. Okay, so it's decided at 55%. Yes. Well, let's wait and see. Like I said, it's one of those things where we got to see exactly what's going on. And Hart, you also mentioned a lot of guys who got their first opportunities. Maybe this is a situation where, hey, the chemistry changes. Maybe practice looks different this week. Plus, you got the Tuesday game versus UAPB, an opportunity for some of those new guys to get some more experience under their belt to prepare for the SEC matchup later on in the week. This could be one of those things where we go back once the discussion is had about going to Omaha, and then maybe we look at it and say, hey, maybe the Alabama series was the one that we needed. What is that, DP Candy? Toll-fee on the baby boys. Easter basket. Look, man, look. The ladies took care of everything, the aunts and the grandmothers and look, they took care of everything. I just made sure he behaved himself and was dressed nice and had fun. So at the end of the day, it was what it was. Joseph being an ass. It was good if DP took out. I'm glad you know that though. See, this is one time where you're right. You know, a lot of times you just be talking shit and don't know what you're talking about. That's a good one, Joseph. I like that one though. The ump wasn't giving us the outside corner, and Gacko was living there and wasn't getting the call.
Today's behind the plate was a little iffy for sure.
Over here, 50 career wins. Cool. All right, boom. That's that. Thank you for all the information on the baseball corner. To be honest with you, like I watched the games, but I haven't watched the game in totality yet. I know Miss Teresa said she got a chance to watch the game in total today. But I think some of the comments that you spit out this week and looking at the upcoming matchups has me intrigued to really start keeping score and seeing what's going on. Steelers are great. Now I'm right twice. All right. Thank you, Joseph. All right. Moving on. All right. So yesterday we got a chance to see some of the basketball recruits play in the tournament playing the Nike Hoop Summit.
Mhm.
Interesting to me though. We watched the McDonald's All American game. We got JJ Andrews and we got Smith Jr. This one we got Torrey and we got Smith Jr. Go ahead. You about to say something?
No,
I'm just trying to figure out why JJ Andrews wasn't selected for that game.
because he's from the state of Arkansas.
And I'm glad you said it. And me and you didn't have this conversation prior to, but I'm looking like, how did he not get selected for that game? I think that's definitely it. And he was a Arkansas Gatorade Player of the Year as well. So, yeah, Torrey and the GOAT will be trouble for teams to handle in a small ball lineup with Billy at the 4. Dude, I think watching it, I definitely understand they have a certain skill set on the defensive side of the ball that's going to be huge. It just depends on who is going to be the person that's going to score the points. So they do it in moderation. But like I said, the fact they stay on the glass and they keep the ball alive and keep the clock alive on our side, that's going to be huge to give us some opportunities. It's just now figuring out who is going to be the one who's actually going to score the points. Now, as we go into basketball and talk about some of the projections, because of course we got some players that are going to be leaving and going to the draft, as well as talk about the Nike Hoop Summit. The question for the poll is, what is the bigger issue that Coach Calipari needs to address? Is it depth, meaning playing more than 7 guys? Or is it bigs? Is it having quality bigs on your roster that can actually contribute to the game and be assets and not liabilities or placeholders on your roster? We've seen that. We've seen Rattel hit the portal. We also seen the other foreign guy hit the portal.
Savage.
Now,
Yep.
yeah. So now at this point, we want to see his Coach Cal going to do his due diligence within the portal and go get some guys with some experience. I know a lot of times he talked about it when we were out of the tournament. These guys are 25, 26, working on his second wife, 3 kids. I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but you sound like a bitch because you're mad because these old motherfuckers keep beating you with these freshmen. I don't know what needs to happen. Maybe you'd have a combination of both. Trying to go after Pringle, it was cool, but we didn't see the same Pringle that we saw when he was at other universities and he was scoring more points. But Malik Ewing definitely did his part and showed up in a big way for us. So I definitely like that. Ryan, with the question here, have you heard anything on Ewing's appeal and possibly coming back? And any word on Malik Thomas?
As far as Malik Ewing, no, I haven't heard anything. I don't know which way to take it, to be honest with you, the longer it plays out, because he said a week ago, 2 weeks ago almost, that he had news and there's been no news. So I don't know how to
what
take
Arkansas does, though.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to make an announcement, and then we don't make the announcement.
Right.
Yeah. As far as Malik, I expect him to enter the draft just like Billy Richmond, and I expect Billy to come back, kind of do what Carter Knox did last year in Brazil and others. They go get feedback, figure out what they need to improve on, come back and work on it. Malik Thomas, that's a different story, and Adam will probably get into that when we go over the draft stuff.
Gotcha. Mr. Reese says
Quality bigs.
quality, not just bigs, but quality. Guys who have some appeal to them. As you get ready to get into that, I'm gonna go ahead with these questions here. Who was not in Nike Hoop Summit? Yeah, Stokes due to Torrey. Yeah, so this is interesting. So even on here, like I said, a lot of times, man, we have so much going on in life. I get informed on such things on the show as well, which is why, like I said, I try not to toot our own horn. I can't toot their horns. That's it. Never mind. What I'm saying is these gentlemen bring some quality information. So I was unaware of Stokes' game and was able to watch him before he fouled out in the Hoop Summit. I mean, he looked like one of them Arizona dudes. It wasn't impressive for me. Like I said, he has a nice build. He has room to grow. Like I said, he does have a nice skill set, but at the same time, he wasn't just phenomenal to the point where I say we got to have him. Now, what's his name? White Jesus or whatever they call him?
Slim Jesus.
Jesus.
Mika Murinen.
I like him. I like him better than Stickman. Yeah, I like him better than Stickman. He got some swag about him. He got some tats on him. Yeah. I like him a little bit. So I didn't. Did you say that Calipari was in talks with him? He was in talks with Arkansas?
He went to the Nike Summit and was recruiting him and Paul Osaruri. I think that's how you say his last name, who is a 2027 big that is possibly going to reclassify to 2026, but we'll get more into that when we get into the recruiting.
Gotcha. Ewan gave 100-year check type post. Yeah, which means it's very vague and you never know what the hell is going to happen. Adam, you about to take it over? Yeah. Names
I
are
was
dropping
thinking of the
out.
bus. Your check on
Right.
the bus.
Exactly. Names are dropping out of the portal, and more buzz comes about. Yeah. And Cal, more evidence. Cal doesn't like the portal. It doesn't about what he likes at this point. And I don't know if you guys. I know you guys watch Hog Talk, so I'm watching Hog Talk this week, and the conversation comes up about. It wasn't the last show; it was the show before about Calipari. And as Arkansas fans, when will we get to that point where we say, "Hey, this isn't enough"? You know what I'm saying? The conversation was brought between you and Porter about, hey, at this point, we compare him to Musselman. Like, at least Musselman went Elite 8. He made a push for Elite 8. At some point, we have to make that push. And as we've all said, we need quality bigs in order to make that run. I see Michelle said something about that. We're about 2 down for making a deep run into postseason. It definitely needs to happen. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a freshman or you have a guy for some premium experience on a college team. Either way it go, we definitely need to have a well rounded roster in order to make that run and make guys come off the bench and be able to be productive. We can get some Billy Richmond type guys as a big that we can just say, hey, get him the doggone ball once he gets on the floor. I think we're in business. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how this works out. Go ahead, Adam, what you're about to say.
I was really going to get kind of run through the draft stuff. There's still not a whole lot until these guys go to the combine. There's not going to be a whole lot. That's going to be where Malik Thomas makes his determination, is getting the draft grades.
Gotcha.
Just like Carter Knox. Coach Cal did an interview with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette about 4 or 5 days ago, and he said that's the plan.
Gotcha.
So he'll get the draft grades, make his decision. Cal thinks he's going to be a mid to late first round. We'll see what happens, but he's not going to. Malik Thomas will not leave unless he is a first round draft pick. So it's just a matter of, is he going to be flirting with the first round, or is he a solid first round draft pick just based off this season and combine? Hopefully he comes back. We'll see what happens. So most of the mock drafts are fairly similar. A lot of them have now put AJ DeBonsta at 1 ahead of Darren Peterson. And then they still have Darren Peterson at 2. But basically what we're seeing in the majority of all the mock drafts that are coming out is Darius Acuff Jr. going at either 5th or 6th to Sacramento Kings or Dallas Mavericks. But a lot of that still has to be determined when they do the draft lottery, because you don't know who's going to be what pick or what team's going to be what pick yet. So I have seen on a lot of boards, because he just announced he was going to the NBA draft today, but I forget his name. It's a Illinois point guard. He's a freshman. He entered the NBA draft today, or announced that he was entering it. And there's a lot of draft boards that now put him ahead of Darius Acuff Jr. as the number 1 point guard in the draft. And I'm like, but Darius Acuff Jr. literally just won the Bob Cousy Award for the nation's best point guard. So,
it just makes sense, right?
Dallas and Sacramento are both 2 teams that have made the most buzz around Darius Acuff. So I would suspect we'll see him in either Dallas or Sacramento. Malik Thomas, it varies. Some don't have him first round. Some have him late first round. I think his is truly going to be determined by the NBA Combine. And then, if Slim Jesus decides to come here and Malik Ewan gets to come back, they can be buddies and have their matching horror tattoos, because they both have Mike Myers tattoos.
This is true.
So they could bond over that.
Ryan, real quick. Ryan, Cooper Flag, Acuff, and Daniel
Daniel. Oh yeah, he is.
Dude. Like, I mean, we all know we laughed at Dallas when they got rid of Luka. It was like, what the hell were they thinking? At the same time, you putting Cooper Flag to be a point forward, point center, whatever the hell it's all right, but it's not working.
If things come full circle and Mark Cuban ends up buying the Dallas Mavericks back, correct, and there's talks of Jason Kidd becoming the next GM of Dallas,
you got to get a point guard.
They're gonna be. I'm not gonna say set, but they're gonna be in a good position. If any team, though, if you want to see a blueprint or a true trust the process, and I know this has nothing. I guess you can say it's Hog related because Corliss is an assistant coach, but San Antonio, if you don't want like the epitome of trust the process and what they did. So I think Dallas hopes to get that same return with Cooper Flag. I don't see it. Whatever. And then also some pro Hog news. Nick Smith Jr. Just signed a 2-year contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. So we'll see. We'll see who goes first. Who gets traded first, Bronny or Nick Smith Jr.
Interesting. I do have something real quick. I got A Cup going to the Utah Jazz. Yeah, I got him going to the Utah Jazz. Like, you just never know how basketball really plays itself out. Now I think about him, like Kyrie Irving, even though he's injured, he's still on the Dallas Mavericks, correct?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. You know what? Ojinga Carr, A Cup. Yeah, it's a Ja Morant replacement in Memphis. Well, see, you know, LeBron put that little juju out there, and now people looking at Memphis sideways. If you know, but I'm just saying.
Would you? I mean, I'm just looking at Utah's roster. I mean,
what's his name?
Deontay George. I mean, he's a starting point guard, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not A-Cuff though.
I mean, he averages 24. So, yeah, he basically has Darius Acuff's stats this season: 23.6, 3.7 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 46% from the floor.
Does he play any defense?
They don't play defense in the NBA.
Okay, so Darius Acuff is still better. Thank you very much. Moving on. Joseph said, I would say two, speaking of the poll, but it's both. Really need to at least look at 9 deep. Like I said, I'm up against what was called squadrons. What did he call it at Memphis? I mean at Kentucky.
I don't remember what he called it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Memphis needs to
hit him with different waves, if you will.
There you go. Hold on. Is his hair as cool as A-Cup? It's not, Mr. Risa. See, Mr. Risa be knowing what's up. Yeah, George hair is not. Yeah, it just looked like he do a little sponge. It's not hitting like the braids, like my guy got. But I do want to go back to this comment here before we continue. Transplant Texan says, Kyle never said he was coming to Arkansas to win a chip. He was coming to Arkansas to help some more families, which he did say multiple times, which will get the Hogs to the NCAA tournament, but not necessarily win a chip.
Here's my deal with that, though, is I mean, he's going to stand on that, and more power to him. I get it. But at the same time is you still told your boss, I mean, the national championship is the end goal. So I get what Cal's doing. I sent you all this graphic. Porter sent it to me the other day. I didn't think about uploading it, so I'll just read it off. But it is going back to 2016, I believe. Last 10 national championships in college basketball. Freshman starters on those rosters. Past 2 seasons, Michigan and Florida, 0. UConn in 24, 1. UConn in 23, 0. Kansas in 22, 0. Baylor in 21, 0. 2018 and 2019, Villanova and Virginia, 1 each. 2017, North Carolina, 0. 2016, Villanova, 1. So teams that are winning the last 10 national championships don't have starters that are freshmen. So something's got to give. Is it going to be Cal's going to break that trend, or we're just never going to win another national championship.
Now I'm sitting here imagining if we get ready to transition to football, but I do want to think about this, considering what we have coming in, and potentially what could happen with the roster in regards to the transfer portal and quality bigs, as Mr. Teresa stated earlier. To have Toure and to have Smith Jr. be the defensive bell cows, as well as contribute maybe some double-digit points, and then potentially Malik and Billy scoring the points, and some quality bigs that can actually get their own bucket. Hey man, it could be something special, but like I said, we got to see exactly who we got. As we stated in the last show, Coach Cal is not in the business of doing bidding wars in regards to NIL. So the young man from Georgia, who we would love to have,
Those are real.
there you go. So as far as that's concerned, like I said, I think when we played against them, I'm looking like, damn, can anybody stop him? We have nobody on our roster that can stop him. He was relentless on the glass, putbacks, was real gritty, gave the energy, the team, the energy that they needed to play well. At the end of the day, if you go into a bidding war with some teams about how much money can he get, Coach Cal will back out gracefully and move on to someone else. So I'm interested to see exactly what that looks like, what's going to come to fruition with Coach Cal. And we also had a coach leave this week and go to North Carolina, their new staff. So I'm interested to see who replaces him. Will it be somebody who can cater to and recruit bigs? That's what I'm really interested in. We don't need anybody else that can coach some damn guards. I'm sick of it. We got guards and wings all day. We need somebody that can coach some bigs.
He's in San Antonio.
Damn, he committed to Miami. Miami got the bag though. I can't. They just throwing money. You seen it? What was the quarterback last year from Georgia? Carson Beck. Carson Beck. His name.
Yeah, went to Miami. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, they got that money. They got that Christina Aguilera. That's what they got. They got that white girl.
He was there on a visit. That was in our recruiting update that we can get
He's gonna
into.
be hanging out with Bam Adebayo at some point in Miami. It's going down.
I mean, $4 million is ridiculous if that's what he ends up getting.
Yeah, for sure. But we've seen it happen. So, like I said, it is what it is. Cal doesn't want to pay portal players more than the elite freshmen. This is true. But is that going to be the thing that's going to stop him from getting a championship? Add to his.
Well, my deal too is trying to get the 2027 bigs to reclassify to 2026 or whatever he's talked about doing. My issue with that is just a lot of these younger guys, younger bigs or whatever, they're not ready. So I don't see a point in getting a 17-year-old to reclassify when you're still going to be going up against grown-ass men.
Correct.
That are 23, 24, whatever. Mm-hmm. So who knows? I see him focusing on, which we'll get into the recruiting talk real quick before we swing into football.
Go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and do your thing on that.
Let's see what we've got.
Louisville is cooking in the portal. I did see that. Jerry.
So recruiting wise, you got the Mika Murinen, 6'11", 223 finish.
Finland. For people who don't know.
Finish, yeah. Matt's got in here. He's likely agent wants the NBA, so a lot's going to be determined by his combine and things of that nature. It's between us and North Carolina. His mom played at North Carolina, so I think they have the edge, but we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. He did before you get on.
Oh, yeah.
He visited in 2024 and he really liked it here. So there is a chance that that we could swing him. And Cal's making the biggest push, I think, for him in this class.
Paul, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because Matt didn't give me an abbreviation. Sure. 6'10", 226. Is from, looks like West Virginia is making a push. His point guard committed to West Virginia. Could reclassify.
Wait. Sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
The Nike Hoop Summit.
Yes.
The little dude that was balling, the little point guard.
Sadler, that's the point guard that is his point guard in high school. He's committed to West Virginia.
Hey,
he also had 11 turnovers yesterday.
But he was all over the damn court. The boy was in the damn stands eating hot dogs and popcorn, trying to keep the ball involved.
And then that's the only now that Cyril's committed to Miami. Portal names to watch: Terrence Hill Jr., VCU guard, 6'3", 180, sophomore, 15 points, 2.8 assists, 46% field goal, 34% 3-point. Go ahead.
He what is this? UC he was a part of the big comeback against North Carolina in the tournament. He had 34 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in that, 19-point comeback or whatever against them. He was one of the main people in that game. I haven't heard a lot other than the people that we're going to name in this portal part are basically there's mutual interest, we have interest in, or there's been talks with each other. So just let you know.
And here's the difference too between John Calipari and Eric Musselman is when Eric Musselman was here, he reached out to hundreds. And so we had all these names all the time. He reached out to people that he wasn't even interested in, but just to touch base with them. Cal is a lot more selective, and he's not just reaching out to it. He's reaching out to players that he actually wants, that he knows he can get potentially. So whereas Eric Musselman, it was just a name came out, Arkansas's touching base with them, go from there, but he didn't want half the people that he talked to. So there's that. Rob Wright III, BYU guard, 6'1", 183, averaged 18 points, 5 assists, 47% field goals, 41% three-pointers. Left Baylor, went to BYU for $3.5 million, supposedly. Florida and Kentucky are interested. He had a Zoom with Arkansas, but Arkansas is unlikely to pay that money because we know how Cal is, and he stands firm on not overpaying.
Right.
He's visiting Kentucky tomorrow.
Now, real quick, I want to touch on that, on what you just said. I'm sorry. You talk about him being big on that, not overpaying. Now, we was joning the shit out of BBL Nation about them having $21 million for their roster, and it looked like shit. So, at some point, in one aspect, I understand it. Another aspect, because it's our team favorably, we want us to go get the best players, no matter the cost.
I mean, Kentucky got finessed by Jaden Quaintance for $2.5 million.
They never should have went after him after he did the thing in high school, and then he got hurt, and then he went over to Arizona State for the bag. Yeah, it was a joke.
And how he's still projected a first-round draft pick, I have no idea.
But this is why I hate basketball drafts, because they just soften it. It's so much potential. In football, you got to put it on tape. You got to put in the work. You got to do what you got to do in order to say, hey, this guy can work at the next level. Basketball, you get dudes, you draft dudes. Devin Book got drafted. He was on the bench.
Reed Shepard got drafted third. He was the sixth man.
And that's one thing I just dislike about basketball.
Marcus Burton, Notre Dame guard, 6 foot, 190, junior, 18.5 points, 3.7 assists per game, 49% from the field, 31% three-pointers. Has plans to visit Houston and Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to call up a boy, Indiana, and see what the
for sure
inside information is. Darren Harris, Duke guard, 6'5", 195, 3.3 points, 0.4 assists. He played with Jordan Smith Jr. in high school. So I'm going to assume, just stay away from that.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Wilkinson, Georgia guard, 6'1", 185, 17 points per game, 1.7 assists per game, 41% from the field, 36% three-pointers.
Do you know whose son it is?
Is it Dominique?
No.
No, it's Wilkins. Never mind.
That's Wilkins.
He's in the portal, though. His son at Georgia's in the portal. I think it's like 5 dudes left Georgia. And when we played him, I think he went full court, did a windmill on our ass.
He
So,
did.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
I take it. That's another wing. We need another wing. Let me chime in real quick and let you continue. Transplant Texan. You think that means that he is damn near automatic to UNC? Is that what you're telling me, Transplant Texan, with this comment? Let me know. Go ahead, Adam.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be the
He could-
fallback option, as Matt has here, if we miss out on Rob Wright. Alex Wilkins, guard from Furman, 6'5", 175, 17.8 points per game, 4.7 assists, 46% from the field, 33% from three. Abdi Basher Jr. from K-State, guard, 6'7", 175, 13 points a game, 42% from the field, 44% from three.
Thank you.
Blacks on defense, but 3-point assassin. He's visiting St. John's on Monday. Jasper Johnson from Kentucky. No, stay away. Cal recruited him 6.5 or 6'5", 180, 5 points per game, 1.6 assists, 40% field goals, 12 minutes per game.
Cal recruited him while he was at Kentucky. He's a Kentucky native. So that's the link there with that.
Gotcha.
Aiden Sherrill, Alabama forward, 6'10", 255, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks per game, 54% from the field, 34% from three. Had a Zoom call with Arkansas.
Yeah. Damn the Zoom. Throw him the bag. Throw him the bag. He can score. He can get rebounds. He can shoot three. Throw the bag at him. We need
We'll
that.
see. Yeah, we'll see. He's visiting Baylor and Duke, and plans to visit Arkansas. So we'll see.
Who the fuck? Why'd you go to Baylor? What the fuck? I mean,
They got money too.
Yeah.
They got money.
David Punch, TCU forward center, 6'7", 245, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks per game. Do not contact, wants a lot of money.
Bunch of teams in the mix. He visited Texas. I would say a Texas commit is almost imminent with him.
Masamba Jop, Arizona State center, 7'1", 230, freshman. 14 points, 6 boards, 2 blocks per game, 57% from the field, 31% three. Do not contact tag on him. Arkansas recruited him late last year heading into his freshman season, so we'll see what happens there. Keanu Dawes, Utah forward, 6'9", 215, 13 points, 9 boards per game. Kwame Evans Jr., Oregon forward center, 6'10", 220, 13 points, 7 boards, 45% from the field, 30% from three. Former 5-star. He's been in Oregon for 3 years. Muhammad Silla, Georgia Tech center, 6'10", 240, 10 points, 7 boards, 1 block per game, 58% from the field. Only played 16 games this last season because he was injured.
Got injured. Now, I actually watched him play. When you talk about paint presence, he's that guy when it comes to paint presence. Now, I'm not saying, he's been in his bag and he can bring it up the floor and shoot from it. I am not saying that. But what I am saying is, if you have a big or a guard who can drive to the basket, yeah, he will definitely be standing there waiting for a block.
Yeah.
So at least redirect him. So I definitely seen this game. I like his game.
It's either he's close to a commitment with West Virginia. We'll see what happens.
What's going on in West Virginia? They got moonshine, NIL. What's going on?
They're pushing, but honestly, I think Arkansas is making a big push on him as well. If there's a center right now in the portal that I think we are closest to landing, if you want to put it that way, I would say Mo Silla is that guy right now. There's the most smoke between us and him out of anybody in the portal.
Out of Georgia Tech, another forward, Bidongo, 6'9", 240 junior with a 7'3" wingspan. 12 points, 8 boards, 1 block, 56% from the field, 36% three-pointer. Another one that we've talked about, Donnie Freeman, Syracuse forward, 6'9", 205, 16.5 points, 7 boards, 1 block per game, 47% from the field, 33% three-point, 2 years of eligibility remaining. Mustafa Cham, or Chom, told me how to pronounce that earlier.
Chom.
7'2", 250. Sophomore, 13 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks per game, 53% from the field, 33% from 3.
I wonder what his free throw percentage look like. I'm sure it's not listed right there. I'm just asking.
Let's look it up, because I guarantee it's probably not that great. If I
I love when Ty get in the comments. He said 7'3" wingspan equals 22 miles per hour.
67% last season, 63% this season from the field, from the free throw.
Hey, when you that big, once you go up, they gonna have to foul you. So that's the reason why I asked. Like, you got to be good at free throws in order to to be in that frame. At some point, somebody can recognize they don't have enough. They don't have enough to guard you in the paint. So he has to be good at free throw shooting in that regard.
And then the last name on the list, likely to test the NBA, is Alan Graves, a forward from Santa Clara, 6'9", 225, 12 points, 7 boards, 1 block per game, do not contact tag. So we'll see what happens there. But those are current portal names that are out there.
Yeah. I will say the NBA Combine is May 10th through the 17th. So we got a month plus before we really start hearing whether people are going to drop out of the draft and come.
We're not going to know, I think, a lot until June, July.
Yeah.
Kyle gonna keep it close to the vest on top of that. So let these guys go be what's the word? Courted by these other teams, and just see where you guys land at the end of the day. I do want to get this comment. Logan with a comment. Logan Bowman. Why hasn't Stokes signed? Great question.
Because he opened back up his recruitment a little bit, and Arkansas won't pay, but he's wanting $7 million.
Yeah, he went to Kansas and has now scheduled a visit with Kentucky. I want to say tomorrow, if not tomorrow, this week. He's going to Kentucky, so
he's going for whoever got the biggest bag.
$7 million is insane.
It's insane. Because my thing is this: at some point, you feel like, per your high school ranking, that you will be in the NBA one day. And with that being said, if you put in the work, or you're on the right team, you can easily be a lottery pick and make that money plus some. So to be greedy, ask for $7 million at the collegiate level is wild work. I don't respect it at the end. Just enough for tapping in, sir. Hey, late is better than never. So we appreciate you for popping in, sir.
And Torrey held him in check all night. The only time he scored was out on fast breaks. He didn't do anything in the post, and he kept trying to back down people. He didn't impress me at all. Yeah,
and for him to foul out in like an all-star game, it just shows you undisciplined. Like you're not really tapped into your craft. You worry about getting to the bag. That can be a scary thing, bro. Ryan here with the question: What does the number pick in the NBA make?
Well, so last year the number 1 draft pick was worth approximately 62 to 63 million. The first year is around 14 million, and then annual increases. So you're looking about 14 million initially just in the salary. Obviously there would be bonuses, things of that nature, but the total 4-year contract's about 64 million for the number 1 pick.
Gotcha. All right.
After you get outside the lottery, this is what I've been saying the last several weeks on both shows. Unless you're a lottery pick, There is no point on going to the NBA unless you just don't want to play in college anymore or can't play in college anymore. Because those two-way contracts, you're going to make more in college now than you're going to make in the two-way deals. So if you're outside of the lottery, I wouldn't risk going to the NBA if I wasn't a guaranteed lottery pick.
But see, that's part of Coach Cal's problem. That's why you got dudes that's on their second wife with 3 kids in the stands. I guess. But hell, I mean, at the end of the day, as he said, hell, I'll take it too. I'll take it too if you know you're gonna end up playing overseas and playing on two-way contract and G League and all that good stuff. It's the best time of your life. Coach Nutt said it best. What is the NIL value for the Razorbacks approximately by Kenny?
I would say I've heard 10 to 15 million is what I'm thinking it's going to be this year. We'll see. But everybody's prices have gone up, so the NIL has to go up with it. And I saw some posting somewhere that some media guy put out, national guy, and he said roughly that the elite bigs were looking for 3.5 to 5 million, and the elite guards are looking around 2.5 to 4 million. So that, that'll go real quick if you try to get a couple of elite people.
Right.
And you already got 3 of them paid with your incoming freshmen. And then you got to retain the roster. So, Billy's going to want to increase. If Malik comes back, he's going to want to increase.
They both should. They put in the work.
Yes.
The only reason why I think is going on is inflation. We're going to blame it on the tariffs. It just seems like the thing to do today. Either way, with that being said, we're going to roll right along into...
no, I'm not going to make one comment. Just sign another executive order and make things not happen. Okay.
Type shit. All right. So with that being said, we're going to roll right into some football. Kenny taps in a question said, so what's the freshman 5-star coming in?
Like, what are they getting?
What is he getting?
I don't know what these guys are getting. I would imagine these guys coming in are probably getting $1 million plus.
I would say Jordan Smith's probably getting 2.
I mean, with him being, National Player of the Year, he would probably be getting around 2. I kind of look at JJ Andrews getting more than Isaiah Sealy got to come here, but it's one of those things that you kind of get a in-state discount, a legacy discount being Sean Andrews' son.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. I mean, I would still look at these guys getting a pretty penny.
Oh, for sure. All right. So, of course, spring practice, football is in session. I definitely want to give a shout out to the Razorback media team. They are doing a phenomenal job with these videos between using the newer technology to show different workouts and drills between the views that they're playing. They're making hype videos. They're getting all the things that make you excited and sip the Kool-Aid. Sip the Kool-Aid with a straw. Yeah, that's how good it is. With these videos that they're making. So I'm excited to see some of these guys. As we know, this whole roster has turned over for the most part. So it's still trying to figure out who's who. But Air Jordan is what they're calling that young man right there. Air Jordan.
Antonio Jordan.
Yeah.
Warren, wide receiver that was... No, he was injured most of last season.
He was. But I think he could have made an impact as a freshman. But you know how the previous regime would do. Play him for a couple games, say, we don't want him to lose his red shirt, and then we'll drop him. There was a Courtney Crutchfield sighting. There you go. Courtney Crutchfield. They say he's taking it real serious. All positive news in regards to Courtney Crutchfield. As we know, he was highly touted coming out of Pine Bluff High, home of the Zebras. Shout out to Hart and the Zebras down at PB. Even though that meal down there, it make it stink. Other than that, I love Pine Bluff and the people from the city. Either way, but looking at Crutchfield, he looks excited. He looks dialed in. He looks like the team has got around him and just gave him what he needs to keep going. And he's doing his work as well. So I'm excited to see if he's going to be who we thought he was. We know he came in overweight coming from a zoo. And We just want to see if he's going to be that guy that he say he is. I'm excited to see what it is. Number 19 running 24 miles per hour. Yeah. This right here, that right there. I don't know if you can run that back. We got this on the reel. Either way, this is the part that's interesting. On that's who is that? Jordan.
Yep.
But see, that's Jordan, and everybody is caught up in the catch. But does anybody know who that is throwing that ball?
Who's number 10?
Don't worry, I'll tell you. That is Cade Trotter, the transfer from Clemson, who came from Highland Park in Texas. Hey, man, I know we're talking about the two-letter guys, KJ and AJ, but these backup quarterbacks got me excited, dude. Including the dude in high school, and I know he won't play for a couple years, even if he hits support him. And I'm not saying he's just look at the spin on the damn ball, is what I'm saying.
That's what I was going back to look at. I mean, that's a pretty
hell yeah.
And I'll go ahead and tell you now, since we're talking about the quarterbacks, what I've heard is our KJ and AJ are not throwing the greatest deep balls. And out of the two, KJ is the most polished right now, but AJ Hill probably has the most upside to him.
He's just raw still. He's still raw.
Yeah.
I mean, now that whole Tim Tebow wind up shit, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It gives an elite defensive back an opportunity to jump the ball.
Yep.
I don't know who threw that pick, but I'm just saying, like, I'm watching his throwing motion and
get sack strip too. Easy.
Hell yeah, I'm looking like you get an elite defensive end that come around the corner and just swipe your arm. He can easily do that. So it's just interesting. Like I said, that's not a pretty ball. It got where it needed to go, but it's not pretty. These backup quarterbacks and the dude from the D2 school, Angelo State, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The white boy's balling. The white boy's balling at quarterback. I got to say it. Y'all know. If I got a special place in my heart, I'm still a Hood Island. That's my homie. That's my homie. When I see one of them dudes and they got a special skill set that quote unquote we don't feel like they're supposed to have, the hell with that. I gotta see it. The dude came from Clemson. He was highly touted coming out of high school in Highland Park, which is a great program out of Texas. But dude, KJ is throwing the same ball that he threw last year. That bothers me. AJ was still raw. We just seen that he came in and drug us and drug a damn defensive lineman. But as far as like being a polished passer, I don't see that from either one of those guys. And the backups are the ones making the noise. Purple is the best color. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right. Anything that
and for those of y'all that don't know, yes, purple is a flavor.
That's it's cultural. You got to know that. Yeah. Y'all call it grape. It's purple. All right. Look at that. Look at the concentration. I don't know who the defensive back is. Just know that they replaying this in the film room on his ass. Love how the quarterback comes up, chest bump. I can honestly say this, and y'all can say I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. I don't give a damn. I want us to be great. But what I am saying is this. I haven't seen a football team, be so excited about playing the game, being excited about winning, being excited about competing against each other. I haven't seen that in a long time.
You know, else that we're seeing starting to see that we had never seen in a long time is, we've had Felix Jones and Peyton Hillis both returned to Razorback Stadium and practice and whatnot. So I will give Silverfield his flowers with that on actually doing what he said he was going to do.
Transplanted Texan, you took it right out of my mouth. Pause. That didn't come out right. Either way, set myself up. Jaylen Brown was the weekend arrested. On his weekend was arrested related to his Florida arrest charges while at FSU. Hey man, look, Fayetteville is a great place to be. It's also an easy place to get in trouble. You think this shit is sweet and it's green, but like I said, you do enough dirt, somebody will find out and they will make a name for themselves as a police officer. So you got to keep your nose clean. At this point, I can't feel sorry for the young man. You had issues at your previous stop. You got to grow up, buddy. And at this point, if you can't grow up, next man up mentality, we'll find the next guy that can make something work. I'm still excited about the young man that is running track. What's his name? Watkins from LSU transfer. I'm excited about him. I'm excited about him.
I'm just looking at this very quick. So on Jaylen Brown, under Arkansas law, so he was accused of hindering apprehension or prosecution. He intentionally or having allegedly intentionally helped hiding or lying somebody, basically avoiding arrest or investigation, hiding a person, destroying evidence, lying to police, blah blah blah. What happened in Florida was I believe taken care of.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think they would have took him had it still been pending.
Right.
Yeah. So this one, he was hindering apprehension or prosecution. So I mean, he did something to either hide somebody or lying to police, or I mean, there's a number of things that he could have done that falls underneath that. So we'll see what happens with it. I think that's one of those things that they'll probably figure out, guilty or innocent or charges drop before they make a decision on his status with the team.
Transplant text, and I did see the presser from Silverfield following up some of the scrimmage and practice work. Yes, the 1-versus-1, 2-versus-2s. He's doing that. I'm loving it. Like I say, I will always refer to the time where I found out Casey Dick threw 5 touchdowns in a damn scrimmage, and I say he's playing the damn second team. I don't give a damn. Like, that's not what you're gonna go up against during the season. So I'm like, 1-versus-1's good on good, as they call it. I love when that happens. It gives both sides of the ball an opportunity to go up against elite or similar talent pool. So I'm excited about that. I think it just brings out the competition. I do know that the coaching staff is still doing this little group by group. I forgot what they call it. It's the spring competition where they divide up into teams. So I think last week I seen on the video they had offensive linemen catching punts, and they were getting points for that. Like, all those things matter. I didn't see this in the Sam Pittman era. I just don't remember it happening, and it is what it is. The spring game, of course, it is on April 25th. Hopefully the weather holds up. He did mention what type of with so much changing in college football and how people decide to structure their spring football game. He said they'll run a regular scrimmage type thing. So we'll be able to see what that looks like. I have opportunity to see what the skill guys look like. I know it doesn't sound like something that's real exciting, but I know one of the specialists were out for the spring season. So it's interesting to see what that looks like because we lost so many games by one score. And if we don't have a starter that can get the ball through the uprights, then we got a whole nother problem. So I'm actually paying attention to those type of things and seeing what's going on. Are they playing for points or ice cream? No, I don't think it's an ice cream social. I don't think it's a pizza party. I think they're paying for points. And then he has some big reward towards the end. I think it works weekly as well.
And, there's a Justin Moore concert apparently going on too.
Where at the stadium?
It's the spring game. Yeah, before it.
Well, see, there you go. You bring in the fanfare.
It's going to be funny, though, when people come to see Justin Moore and then leave.
And then leave, for sure. Should have Morgan, what's his name, Morgan Wallace?
Morgan Wallen?
Him. Yeah. I like the music. I don't keep up with him like that, but I like his music. So that's something that everyone would like, I think. Anyhow, guys, it's been a great show. We have touched on some great topics, great comments from everybody in the comment section. The polls went well this evening. I'm glad we're able to.
We forgot the last poll.
You forgot them. Yeah, you, like Joseph said, you was distracted. And this is the BS that Adam comes up with. So just know this is Adam. Me and Hart had nothing to do with this.
What?
Because that's your prediction every year. They're going to win 3 damn games. So, yeah. Anyhow, the question for the Razorback football season is, will Razorback football win 3+ games in 2026? Type 1 or 2 real quick. 1 or 2, run 2. 3+ games, yes. 2 for no. Why would you say 3 games? It's Adam because he's petty AF. You just never know. Damn.
I will say, during the SEC Media Days, schedule has been announced. Our day is, of course, the last day, Thursday, July 23rd. It will be Arkansas, LSU, Mississippi State, and Texas.
Okay. We ain't on the trash ass day. We on there with
Texas. At least we don't have
100% so far.
I know that's messed up the way you influence people.
So
but
am I
no,
an influencer?
you're a content creator. You're not an influencer.
Mm.
Either way. So be on there the same day, of course.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
There you go. There you go. That's the lingo, my boy. That's the lingo. So we know everybody will be in young Manning's face. They will be just, swinging from his sack. As far as doing interviews, yeah, they're gonna do that. Like nobody's coming to see our quarterback or our coach. Let's be clear. When we got Texas in the room and LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Lane Kiffin.
The transfers at LSU. Then you got Manning at Texas, and you got Sark with his, with his cool, slick self. Yeah, Ryan Sealfield gonna say some of the best coach speak quotes. But the question is, will it show up on the field in regards to W's? That's gonna be key.
Hashtag Razor Built 27.
Type shit.
Built for tough.
Look, man. It's always a new slogan. I know you hate them. But anyhow, man, look, like I said, it's been a great show. We appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I do want to point out real quick, if you watch weekly, we started a Hog HQ business page. And at some point, we talked to you guys about, hey, we know you in the Hog HQ Facebook group, but now we got a business page that's strictly for the podcast. And we ask you to please slide over there and to join that page. Since then, we're what? 24,000?
Mm-hmm. And we're 6 members away from 2,000 on the business page.
Dog, I have no idea where these people came from. I'm happy that they're there. Porter Hayes said, swing it from the sack. Yeah. Yeah, do the New Jack swing on his nuts. That's what they're gonna be doing, Porter. You know how this goes. Yeah. Ryan said they are who they. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is what it is. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, KJ, what is it like coming back after Taylor Green and with a new coach and new offense, no Bobby Petrino? Nobody's gonna really be interested. I just hope we don't go last.
No, we're first.
Get it out the way.
Yeah.
Get it out the way. That way people get to ask questions to us and all that good stuff. All right.
Like
we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Transplant Texan, as always, we appreciate you for throwing this up every week. Like, share, tell a friend, because Adam gets petty if you don't. That is what we call big facts. Look, we appreciate everyone for checking in with us and sharing this content and liking and hitting the buttons and all that good stuff. Please stay tuned for more content as we go throughout the week. Hart, we love what you bring with the baseball corner as well as those recruiting posts in the group. It's definitely dope. A lot of content, a lot of information. And please make sure to check out Hog Talk on
Monday and Thursday. Yeah, Monday at 6:05.
For sure. I like when Porter gets carried away on the topic and he just forgets what the hell the topic is. He just goes on a tangent. I love you, Porter. I love you. Anyhow, we're out of here, man. Appreciate everything. We'll catch y'all next week. Y'all have a great week. Be good.
Peace.
Yup.